Hi, Moedim L'Simcha. Good Moed. I hope you had a memorable Seder, or Sederim, and are enjoying this wonderful, wonderful Chag. As I previously mentioned, the Chag has the nitzots of Emunah that permeate this world, and it gives us the opportunity to fill up our Emunah bank as much as possible during these few short days that we have left. And it's interesting to note that the beginning of Pesach has the character that is connected to Yetzias Mitzrayim and all the nisim that took place that enabled Klal Yisrael to leave Mitzrayim. The end of Pesach, the character is one of Kriyas Yamsuf and the experience that Klal Yisrael had when they came close to the Yamsuf and they were challenged with what to do next. And I think it's an important lesson for us to learn from. When we were in Mitzrayim and we were leaving Mitzrayim, we had a tremendous, tremendous lesson of emunah, of realizing and seeing firsthand that not only did the Rabbi Shalom create the world, but that he runs the world, every aspect of the world. And nothing is left just for chance. And everything is with hashgacha pratis. But it was only a lesson in emunah. It was something that we learned. It wasn't something that we put into practice. Only when we got to Yom Suf, on the 7th day of Pesach, were we challenged to put that emunah into practice. There we stood at the banks of the Yam Suf, raging waters. When Chazal teach us it was stormy, high winds, parenthetically, to give the naysayers the opportunity to say that it wasn't a nace and that it was a tidal wave. As you could read in even current periodicals that try to really dissuade us from knowing the truth. But there we stood at the banks of the Yam Suf, being challenged with the lesson of emunah. Was it just a lesson? Or was it something that became part and parcel of our being? And Baruch Hashem, Klal Yisrael passed that test and took that challenge and succeeded. And we entered the Yam Suf even before it split. Pesach is the opportunity not only to learn about emunah in the beginning of Pesach, but to take the lesson of Kriyas Yam Suf at the end of Pesach that we have this year, and the combination of the Chag, the 7th day of Pesach, together with Shabbos, gives us this awesome opportunity to put into practice everything that we learn. And we talk about emunah so much, and we read about emunah in so many periodicals, so many books with a byline of emunah are being published, which is terrific. And it's something that we should afford ourselves the opportunity to look into. But it's more than just reading about it and hearing about it. It's something that we have to put into practice. An understanding that nothing happens in this world by accident. Everything is hashgacha pratis. And one of the lessons that we have for the 7th day, specifically, the Gemara teaches us there are two aspects of our lives that are connected to Kriyas Yam Suf. One is parnasa, and one is shidduchim. As the Gemara teaches us, parnasa is kasha k'kriyas Yam Suf. It's as difficult for the Rabbi Shalom to provide us with parnasa, seemingly so, because nothing really is difficult for the Rabbi Shalom, but seemingly so, it's as difficult for him to provide parnasa, for him to create zivugim, matching, as it is the splitting of the Yam Suf. But as we know, nothing is too difficult. So we have an opportunity as we enter the end of Pesach to not only focus on Emunah, but to try to make it as much as possible a greater part of our lives, to make decisions based on Emunah, not based on our own personal abilities to accomplish things. Because we have to realize that we can't accomplish anything at all, without the assistance of the Ribbono Shel Olam. And Mirza Hashem, if we take the lessons of Pesach and we tap into these nitzots, these emanations that exist today, that unfortunately when Pesach is over, those nitzots will no longer be here for at least another year. To take that opportunity and to grab hold to the best of our ability as much as possible, so that we become stronger in our understanding and in our way of life, that we have this connection with the Ribbono Shel Olam, and that everything that he does for us, he does for our benefit. And if we have that attitude and we try to put it into our lives with the decisions that we have to make literally on a day-to-day basis, that Mirza Hashem will receive the siyata d'shmaya from the Ribbono Shel Olam. And we'll only see, Mirza Hashem, good things. And in this era of this time of Geula, we should, Mirza Hashem, see the Geula from Her V'Yameinu. Have a wonderful remaining Chag and a Shabbat Shalom. Kol Tov.